What's up, guys? Welcome back to Black Star Anime, the anime community's voice of reason. I'm your host, Cody Rodriguez, and this is Anime 101. So in this Anime 101, I'm going to be talking about a semi-touchy subject. I'm going to be talking about fandoms. And I just want to first clarify, I'm not going to be talking about otakus. What I'm really going to be talking about is the subcategories underneath the otaku umbrella that makes up separate fandoms. Let me explain. What I'm here to talk about is a trend that I've seen kind of emerge and grow over the past couple years, in which attendees of anime conventions or general nerdy conventions, they kind of subcategorize within cliques. And everyone remembers cliques from high schools. You have the nerds, you have the athletes, you have the mathletes, you have the goths, etc. And what we've seen with this new fandom is cliques. And here lies the issue. If you remember high school, cliques sucked. You always have the one person who's either the outcast or doesn't fit into cliques or fits into too many different cliques. Overall, cliques do not work. And what we're seeing in the fandoms is the cliques kind of going against each other. For example, you'll have one clique saying, oh, this anime is much better than this anime, when they're both kind of part of the same genre. For a good example, we'll take a look at Gundam. You'll have different fandoms or cliques, and one will say G Gundam is better than Gundam Wing. This doesn't really matter, and let me tell you why. It's all relevant to you as the person or the watcher or the otaku, if you will. A person growing up between X years and X years will prefer G Gundam because it adhered to them throughout their childhood. It's something that they were exposed to from a young age, and it helped them grow and develop during a very sensitive period of time within their youth. Same thing applies to Gundam Wing. People will watch this after school, between homework sessions, or before bed, or whatever time they watched it, and this was a pivotal part of their growth and development as an adolescent. Now, here lies the altercations. Now, these altercations arise from the fact that we're not handling these objectively. You'll have an opinionated person say that I love this anime, X and X and X reasons, and then you'll have the same person saying the same thing, but it's just a different titled anime. And what you're having is just two strong opinions constantly clashing against each other. There's no dialogue, there's no open-mindedness, there's no, if you will, just opening your arms and kind of listening to what the other person has to say about their anime, why they really like it and enjoy it, and then responding off of that. Instead, we put up this wall, this shield, as soon as we hear any type of person, whether it be in person, at conventions, online, wherever, whenever they start to say, oh, well, this anime or Gundam is better than this Gundam for X and X reasons, immediate defense. We can't just keep doing this because we're all kind of the same. If you really think about it, we're all going to the same type of conventions. Come watching the same thing. Japanese animation, Japanimation, anime, whatever you want to call it. We all come together to watch this anime because we enjoy the art style, because we enjoy the stories and the tales and the new experiences that anime kind of introduces ourselves to, because we don't really get this in our daily lives. It's kind of an escape. And now when you're kind of attacking people's scapegoat, of course they're going to be defensive, or of course they're going to kind of try to attack you back, because that's something that's very near and dear to them. So how can we start a positive trend to kind of get rid of the fandom against fandom that we have going on within the anime community these days? And here are just a very simple steps, in my opinion, that I feel everyone should really start looking into, whether or not you feel that you attack other people because they disagree with your favorite anime or your favorite genre. Even if you don't feel like you do it, just think about it in the back of your mind and maybe tell a friend about it. Maybe you know some other people online that do this and maybe they don't realize this. It's all about open dialogue and really just trying to talk to better the anime community. First point, Opinions are not facts. The sooner people realize this, essentially, the better conversations we can really have. You can say whatever you want about your favorite anime or the aesthetics of it, the art, the fights, everything, how it revolutionized anime in the West or in the East, whatever. Opinions are not facts, first and foremost. The second point I kind of mentioned earlier in the video, which is clicks itself. If you surround yourself with negative people or closed-minded people, essentially that really rubs off on you. It doesn't matter how strong-willed of a person you are, it will negatively affect you in the long run. So try to surround yourself by positive, open-minded people, or try to join an online forum that you know doesn't have any negative-minded people in it. And don't get me wrong, sometimes this is unavoidable. I mean, there's trolls all over the internet. That's perfectly fine. But when you let it get to you and get into you and your conscious mind, you don't really realize that you yourself start to become a negative-minded person. And that's very dangerous. And the third point, ask yourself, why do I identify myself, if you do, why do I identify myself to this certain fandom, or why do I feel so strongly about this specific genre of anime or this particular anime? For example, we see in person-to-person discussions or even mostly online debates say this character is the strongest character, hands down, no one else can defeat this character. And when we ask, well, why do you say that? We either get no response or we just get an immediate defensive response. And when you go on the defensive, this doesn't open the door for coherent dialogue. This is not an open-minded conversation, because defensive means you're closed, in case you didn't know that. Now, these are just a few tips that can help you, your friend, or your fandom open the door to better intelligent conversations. Alright guys, that's going to be about it for this Anime 101. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Also, give me a thumbs down if you didn't. In the comments below, let me know what you thought about this video, and also, what do you think about the fandoms in general? Do you see it as a positive or a negative? Let me know. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Also, if you're not a subscriber, you should definitely subscribe. I've been your host, Cody Rodriguez, and this has been Anime 101.
See, I'm the rap game's milliardo piece craft, or maybe Cool J. Ladies love my Gundam Wing rap.